mute. Okay.
You on?
Oh, my bad. What's happening? I am so excited to be. I think I'm too excited. What's happening, good people? It's your girl, 𝐻𝐶ecia. FRE. Okay. I am so excited to be amongst the living, one for one. And I'm so excited to be back with you guys. I have missed you so very much. Oh my God. Woo. I hope everybody is doing great. I hope everybody is blessed and in good health. So today, I have 𝐚𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 here with me from 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 So Mika has a blog that she does, and she runs it through IG, and she talks about like new happenings within our community, all the great things people are doing, whether you're famous or whether you're not famous, just keeping us abreast of what's going on in our community. So tonight's episode is welcome back. Welcome back. Oh. So we're just going to be talking about what's been going on. So first, let's just talk about me, okay? I had a brush with death.
Keisha.
I had a brush with death. I saw the light. I saw the light. Don't go into the light, Carolyn. I had a brush with death, okay? No, for real though. I it was a brush with death. He tried to kill me. So what happened was, I was all, as y'all know, I was all pumped to come and tell y'all about my trip to St. Lucia's with the Golden Girls, the GG crew, right? And honey, there I was, minding my business, enjoying my luxury car, having an experience. And here comes a little crazy boy out of nowhere. I'm like, well, let me slow down, and let him do what he gonna do, because I don't want no parts of that. Girl, and here he was coming straight for me. Oh, Lord Jesus, take the wheel. That was a real serious. Oh, Lord Jesus, take the wheel. He T-boned me. Me and Ani riding in the car. He done T-boned me, threw me into the pole. I'll be damned. All I saw was the pole. I thought that was the last thing before I went on to glory. Yeah. But the Lord said, not yet, my child. Go back and tell the world of my goodness. And I woke up. And me and Ani got the hell out of that car. Yes, we did. We got the hell out of that car real quick. But thank the Lord, nobody was terribly hurt besides my legs. They were real. They had a lot of situation going on. I was out of work a good 2 weeks or so. I was laid up with my legs elevated for quite a long time. I was a little because
you sure that's what that was from?
I mean, because I'm gonna tell you about those drugs.
They had you on the MJ?
Baby, girl, I was in the ambulance like, oh. That lady was like, ooh, that's what the drugs do to you? I was like, girl, I don't know, but my legs hurt. So, needless to say, we have recuperated. God is blessing. So, I do not have Big Whitey anymore. Let's all have a moment of silence for Big Whitey. Okay, but we getting a bigger Whitey. Here we go. After. But for now, we're going to ride around in old Francis, okay? We in the Granny Mobile. So if you see me, I'm going to be in the Granny Mobile, and I might have the bike rack on this. Might and might not. You know what I'm saying? And we can't really go too fast. So I told you, Stacey said she's not riding with me in the Granny Mobile.
How fast does it go?
Girl, you got to hear her. She'd be like,
Oh my God. So
I'll tell you no,
girl,
no. I mean, she get up, girl.
What's get up?
She do what, 65, 70, like a school bus.
Assuming you're only doing back roads.
Girl, and the radio ain't got no bass in it. All it is treble. Okay. So, but we got XM. We got XM radio. Yeah, girl, I got air conditioning. We got air conditioning and heat work. Okay. But you can't get in the back from the passenger side behind the driver. You know, you got to go on the other side. I mean, but you got a deep trunk.
Step down.
Nah, it's not a step down.
Luxury drive.
Let me tell you,
from the luxury, from the experience that you just told us you was having in Whitey.
Well, listen, I know where I came from. Okay, so we gonna be getting it. It might take us a while to get out of second. Yep, it might take us a while to get out of second gear, but we gonna get there. Okay, so we gonna, we got some things going on, so we gonna hold off, and then we gonna get us a little something later. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna upgrade again.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get a bigger Whitey. But for now, me and Francis gonna be getting it, okay? All right, honey. I remember one time we was when we was getting ready to go to Vegas, and we was like, we're gonna drive Francis because we don't want to leave our cars in the parking lot. Right? He looked over at me. He was like, "You sure Francis gonna get us to the airport?" Yes.
She's
do not.
reliable.
You know what I'm saying? Don't come for Francis, okay? Listen. All right, so we're going to talk about what's going on in the world. I had a lot of time just watching a lot of TV, watching a lot of news, okay? So let's all, now that we had a moment of silence for Francis, let's have a moment of silence for the Queen. God bless her. She done went on to glory. 96.
I don't know why I'm closing my eyes.
I don't know why you closing your eyes either. Because you over there talking smart.
No,
that's why.
I'm really not.
Yes, you are. I already know.
I'm really not.
All right. Do you know what I thought was interesting, though? That she's been reigning queen since 1952. So that was the first thing. The second thing was, do you know that she's been through, 13, 18 presidents? Like, literally sitting presidents.
I guess that makes sense.
That's crazy. I think it said her first president that she sat with after she was crowned the queen was Truman. And that's some shit. That bitch was old.
She was 90s.
God damn. Like you say 96. But then when you think about stuff like that really takes your mind back, you're like, damn.
Yeah, when you put it in that perspective.
Yeah, that's a long time to be alive.
She lived a very long life.
But you know what? Honestly, I don't know if I want to live that long. Did you see how she was standing towards the end? She like hunched over. She like holding on to this cane. Like, she probably couldn't see good. She probably couldn't hear good. Like,
honestly, I think she was in better health up until I think she had about with COVID, and I think that
the damn COVID boy.
I think don't
listen, y'all better.
My grandfather lived until he was 91.
I promise, I don't think I want to live that long. Do you want to be here for 90-something years?
I know someone.
Now I'll go live on one of these islands. Those people live good.
So I know someone who is 93. She looks like she's maybe 70s.
I just don't
able to move.
The way this world, I'm not meaning like that. I mean, like, this is
I can still do things, like, and I don't have to depend on people.
But why you want to be here for 90-something years? It's like going on vacation. You don't want to keep going to the Bahamas, right?
We don't have a swoop. We're going to kill ourselves.
I'm not going to kill myself.
So,
by the way, this is Suicide Prevention Week. So make sure it's till Saturday. Make sure you doggone make yourself available to someone that
Check
might
in
be
with your
going through.
folks.
Yeah, check in with your strong people, check in with your not so strong people, check in with your people that might be going through something. But this is Suicide Prevention Week, and we just need to make ourselves available for those that are struggling on the inside. And as we go into the fall, winter, holiday season, you know that that is the highest time for suicide. So let's just take a quick
Check
moment.
in on your folks.
That's
make
right.
sure people are good.
That's right.
Okay. Make sure you're good.
Yeah, that too.
Make sure you're good.
Yeah, and make sure if you're gonna call me, I already got your number because your phone is not gonna ring if I don't have your number. So, okay, now let's go back. So, yeah, I don't think I want to live that long. Like, let me tell you about my silly behind daughter. She tells me, so my grandmother had Alzheimer's. Mm-hmm. And so she's like, and you know, my mother has heart issues. So she's like, you know what, Mom? I think that, you know, you live a good life, but I think your mind is going to go. That's what she says. I said, wow, Dominique, thanks for the encouragement. And so she's always like, when she asks me something or say something, she'll always be like, okay, remember when you can't remember things. But I just don't, I mean, even if that was to happen, like, I don't see, like, yeah. Like,
I put it this way. It may be something here that the universe and or God still wants you to do. At that age.
That's why he brought me back from that pole incident. I'm telling you, all I saw was that pole, and it was lights out, baby. Click, click.
You might have something to give to the world.
Girl, I didn't even know I was unconscious till I woke up. That's like most people when they fall on the ground, they be like, what? You passed the fuck out. Like, and poor Ani was looking at me like, what happened, Mama? Help. So, yeah, so I'm just like, man, like, I don't know if I want to live that long though, for real.
I don't know.
Unless I'm like engaged doing something like, you know,
that's
significant.
As long as I'm healthy and I can move around and do things for myself. Like the lady that we know, Miss Bertha, she is still very lively. Like,
I mean, I know that's how
she was traveling around the world. Look, in her late 80s.
Check this out. So, if I live to be 90, I'm gonna become a stripper. Take them clothes off. Take them clothes off. I'm telling you, I'm becoming a stripper.
No, friend.
Watch.
Not at 90.
Watch.
Is there an elderly stripper?
Watch. Listen, I'm gonna be at what's that popular place in Atlanta?
King of Diamonds?
No, it's another one.
I know which one you're talking about.
I can't think of it. I'm gonna be riding Atlanta, be like, take them clothes off, take them clothes off. They're gonna be like, and I'm gonna be like, P Valley, baby. P Valley. They're gonna call me Mercedes. I'm gonna be the 90-year-old Mercedes girl. I'm gonna be like Mercedes be dropping it like the top. Girl, I'm gonna be getting it at 90 years old, baby. I'm telling you, if I make it to 90, I'm gonna be a scrapper. So y'all better save them dollars, okay? And y'all better come see the Mercedes experience, because it's gonna be an experience. Mercedes experience, baby. I'm telling you, it's supposed to go down. I'm gonna have that. Woo! I'm gonna be making that rent money and SSI. Yes, ma'am. I'm telling you, but for real, you know, like I wouldn't want to be like you said, like can't do nothing and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a blessing if you can live to be that age.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna be a scripper.
Okay,
I'm gonna be a scripper. If I live to turn 98, mark my words. I'm gonna be a scrapper. Scrapper, rip it real, script it real good. I'm gonna be a scripper. I'm telling you. So, all right, look, next topic. So, Mika, you on TikTok?
I am.
Okay, so I know you saw the whole back and forth on TikTok about Bree, the psychologist. All right, let me put you up.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you the TikTok so you can watch it, so you can watch all the follow-ons. But this is how it went down, you know, and I support Bree 100%, right? So she's a psychologist, right? Mm-hmm. And she always come on. Her TikToks are very uplifting and like, you know, like a psychologist, you know, but it ain't like most people on TikTok. They want to tell you about love and how to get over a breakup and how to heal from being molested and all this other stuff. Well, Bree talk about real life. I mean, not that those ain't real life scenarios, but you know, she talks about different things, you know, like other than those traumas other than those. And so this one particular time she had there was an article. There was an article saying that black men, it was something about black men are single. There are more single black men because they won't deal with their trauma.
Okay.
So it was an article. I don't know if the author was black or white, but I know there was an article that said that there are more single black men because black men refuse to get, therapy to deal with their trauma. So, and women, we quick to go to a therapist, but it was saying that more black men, which is affecting the family and the homes and yada yada yada, which is making obviously marriage, the numbers for marriage going down, right? And so now she is a little bit orthodox, she got foul mouth, and so she was basically what she was saying was that come on, brothers, y'all need to heal yourselves, because the family needs you, the black woman needs you, the children need you, blah, blah, blah. And so, but she didn't say it like that. She was like, y'all need to take y'all dusty ass. She was like, y'all need to take y'all dusty asses. Hold on, I'm gonna find it so you can hear it. But basically that's what she was saying. She was just like, y'all need to go to therapy because it's good for the family, and it was a good thing. So long story short, while I'm looking for it, it was another therapist that wrote an article on her response.
I feel like I do.
Doxing her. So basically putting her to shame. And obviously the black men that are against going to therapy, they chimed right on in. Well, ultimately that article that another black woman wrote about her got her fired.
I do remember this.
Yeah.
Okay, I do remember this.
Yeah. So when it got her fired,
she thought she could save these hoes, but got her job terminated as a.
Yeah. So basically, she got fired because.
Well, hello.
Yes.
Because all those people. I mean, the girl wrote the article, yada yada yada, and I really want y'all to hear the video, and then we'll kind of go from there. But I want y'all to hear what she was saying. Like what she was saying.
There's a man has entered the chat.
And what she was so this is the article. The rise of lonely single men.
Please, with all your spirit gusto, go click back on that video. I've been telling y'all motherfuckers that y'all are going to be single for the rest of your fucking life if you do not increase your emotional communication skills, emotional intelligence, or any of these things. The Psychology Today article that my good sis is referencing is nothing but proof that these podcast alpha male bullshit ass father issue having ass motherfuckers is forcing y'all to a lifetime of singleness. I keep seeing on this bullshit ass app that women have these poor attitudes and all this other bullshit when men truly just need to extend their emotional vocabulary so they can flourish and have meaningful, healthy relationships. But instead, y'all listening to these Kevin Samuel ass motherfuckers, and it's leaving you 50 and alone.
So basically, like Stacey said, delivery can be everything. But if you follow her mouth is like that all the time. But if you get past how she said it, right? What she said was true. What she said was true.
But can it also come across as being biased? Because is it coming from a bias? Is she looking for a particular man that she may not be able to find because she feels that enough men are not going to therapy?
No,
Like,
I wouldn't. Now that's a
you're
thought.
a therapist.
Hold up, that's a thought. I would have never. I didn't think that, but go ahead.
You're a therapist, so not to say that you can't have an opinion, but you work with a certain community. So if I'm a man and I've been going to you, telling you my personal business, and you get on social media and then you're calling me Dusty?
Well, now because you're going to therapy, so why would you feel like she's targeting you?
But you could be, because we don't know what that circumstance was that brought them to therapy. So it's like you got to be really careful. You got to, especially when you're a professional,
right?
You have to be really careful with that fine line of not necessarily of the delivery,
right?
Because the point is being missed. Because it seems like you jumping down on Black men. It could be we've talked about this before. It's a lot of things that go into men not wanting to go to therapy,
right?
So I think that what she's saying is not necessarily wrong.
It's just how she said it
in her position. Because again, you are a professional. You are licensed professional.
Now, granted, somebody did say that, like, if you, as a therapist, your delivery should have been different, because why would somebody want to come to you now? If
I sure would not.
I mean, it
now, yes, is she real? Yes. Do I think she would come across as somebody that's honest? Because you want to find out.
That's what I was going to say, because I'm that person. Like, my therapist needs to be aggressive. I can't have a passive.
I don't want you calling me Dusty.
Oh, well, I don't. I hope that Bree wouldn't like call him. I don't think she would.
But that's what I'm saying. That's where that fine line comes in, because it comes across as her having conversations, whether it's with other women, whether it's with, and you're taking these conversations and then you're throwing up that information.
Right.
It can come. I'm not saying that she is, but I'm saying that you like that being that.
But okay. So
devil's advocate.
All right, I hear what you're saying about. So what's the difference? I think that now to be the devil advocate, I think that's being biased, because you get professionals that get up there and talk about relationships in that way.
I think they unprofessional.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, it's across the board. And it's not, again, I'm not sensitive to that. So I can kind of look past how you're delivering.
That's what I did.
But you're not just speaking to me, you're speaking to an audience of people who you're trying to, like, not necessarily reel in, but you want them to kind of understand and take away what it is that you're talking about. So you have to be very careful, and we live in a very sensitive
you're correct
world now. So you have to be careful.
Maybe that's why I didn't take it like that, because
is that a turnoff for men now? Because now
I think men are just sensitive. They always talk about how women are emotional. Like, men are just too damn sensitive.
I think it's both ways.
I mean, whatever. You're right, because our crowd.
I think it's both ways. But I'm saying, like, could that be a deterrence for some men?
Well, obviously, yeah. And there was
so then what exactly are you getting out of it?
But it could be and it could be not. That's just like I'm saying. I'd rather have a therapist like that. Like my last therapist. That's why I'm looking for another one. Lord, my last therapist, she was sweet as pie, but she was like, I don't need that. I need more to be like,
and I guess it's
for that shit, Keisha. Leave that.
But I guess it's one of those situations where
what's comfortable for you, you know.
But you don't always know that when you're looking for a therapist.
I do. I know that. Oh, you mean you don't know always what you're gonna get.
Right.
That's why you have to do that, like dating. Let's go out. I'm gonna come to your office for a consultation.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. And I think with my last therapist, we always did over the phone. And so, or like virtual, it was during COVID.
So mine is virtual too. And I found my therapist on 𝐤𝐨𝐫𝐞. Like it was just random.
Mm-hmm.
And, it gives you a description of all the things that she, what she's licensed in and blah, 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 blah. And it literally was, I went to her office and it was just something about her personality that clicked. So for me, because I was not against therapy, but I was one of those people like I don't.
Against it.
No, I wasn't against
it.
Like, I didn't think that I needed it. Now, if you were to tell me that you went to therapy, I wouldn't be like, "What you going to therapy for?" I was never against it.
Yeah, no, not like that.
But for me, I didn't think I needed it.
I was like, you need to think about it.
it wasn't until a boss actually told me, like, maybe you need to look into it because of a certain situation that I was going through. So my thing was, am I going to be able to find somebody that I can relate to, especially finding somebody online like that? Like, you can't, you know what I mean? I can't talk to you. I can't. So when I met her, it was literally I met a match. I found her online.
Yeah, it's like dating.
It seemed like she would work.
It's totally like dating.
I met her instantly, and I even told her that day, I was like, listen, I really didn't think this. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't think that I was gonna like you, but I think this will work.
Yeah, no, I'm in the market for a new therapist out there, but
today.
Yeah, I'll try that.
And it lists out specifically for those that are looking for Black therapists.
I don't know, because my white therapist, they be doing it for me. My last white therapist, she was like, prefer. That's some shit, Kecia.
Depending on what you prefer.
She was just like with it.
Yeah. A Black female.
Yeah.
But
and that's how my daughter is.
And there's on the same website, you can specify if you
okay, thank you, sister.
Black male therapists as well. So
yeah, no, I think I can relate better to a female. So females seem to work for me.
Yeah.
You know.
My original
I might be in there rubbing on my thing. Polly, touch me on the inside. It's been a while, I'm telling you. Shit, now. Okay. All right. I'm gonna behave. Okay.
Bro.
All right. I'm gonna behave. So, yes. So, I'm gonna behave, because we got male therapists at Brad's Mill, but I'll be like, what'd you say? Say that again. What'd you say? Say it again.
Lord have mercy.
Look at my child calling me. She know doggone well I'm on my show. She know it. Look at her. Yeah. And then she gonna be like, Ma, why you ain't answer the phone? I was trying to find you a daddy. She'd be like, every time I say that to her, she'd be like, I don't need no daddy. I'm grown. I'm still trying to find you a daddy, girl. Somebody to put you in their wheel. So you can stop trying to kill me. But I thought that was okay. Now the one thing that I did have so we talked about the delivery and getting the message across. Now I did see she done call me twice, back to back. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I did have a problem with her being ousted by another African American therapist. Like, you could have called her at one professional to another or something. You ain't had the right to girl like a whole article about the girl. Not just wrote the article about the girl, put all the girl personal information in the article. So this poor child was getting phone calls on her job, and that's really why I'm pretty sure her job dismissed her, because they was just getting too much negative
delivery was when they saw the videos.
Well, that's why I'm saying
what type of who
yeah, I got you. But now they're getting a whole bunch of negative attention to this corporation or whatever. So
and that's another thing that you have to remember too.
Yeah, you represent somebody.
If she was at her own practice,
do it.
Maybe you could if that's how you want to do it, you can speak how you want to speak.
So you have,
you still need to be professional. Well, still delivery. But if that's the approach, that could be your marketing. Like, this is how
and it really is, because it really worked out in her favor. She had all these therapists from who probably related. That's their, and she ended up like she's gonna have her own practice.
Yeah,
and she's gonna be doing virtual and stuff like that.
Because now you have a specific audience that wants to hear what it is that you have to say.
Right.
When you work for somebody, you represent that.
Yeah, you right. I agree. I would have fired her too. Okay, now I wouldn't have fired her.
Now I do not agree. I would have, because if that's bringing negative business to that's my money.
Well, she was bringing negative and positive, so it might have balanced it out. Yeah, it might have balanced it out. Depends on who. Well, yeah, we know. If she was that too.
But I am with you on the whole having another, like, if we're supposed to be here to uplift one another.
Right, yeah, like she didn't.
Could have been like big sis, little sis.
Yeah.
Let me just pull you to the side
And be like, maybe I feel what you're saying,
right,
but maybe you can say it different. So I thought, and it was a whole bunch of discussion, and it's all you got to do is punch in the therapist that got fired. It's gonna come up. And then you can see all the follow-up videos where people were agreeing, and mostly everybody from the community had an issue with it. It wasn't even the delivery. It was the fact that, well, why you put all that girl business out if you didn't agree with it? Like, you didn't have to put all that girl business out and do all that. Yeah, you know, people are nuts these days. She was like getting death threats and all kind of stuff. Like, come on, sis. Like, you didn't have to do the girl
Probably
like that.
from the dusty.
Them dusty ass niggas that needed to go. Oh, excuse me. Them dusty ass jokers that needed to go to therapy. The ones that felt it. I know she ain't talking about me. How dare her?
Exactly. From the dusty community.
Yeah, I'm saying from the dusty community. Smoke just everywhere. Like, whatever.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, she was doing too much. No, I thought it was cool. So
peace and blessings to her.
Peace and blessings, and may the spirits and the ancestors guide her on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all right. So the last thing I'm gonna bring up that I thought was intriguing, very good conversation piece is Kanye West. You know, he has kids with Kim Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we just finished talking about, you know, I think he's a prime example of the Dusties.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he knows it.
Mm-hmm.
But now I think he's the whole issue with how he's pressing the importance of how he wants his kids to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he wants his kids to know where they came from. You know, like when you take all out, I see from his perspective, he wants them to experience childhood the way he did, with values. And I don't think he really takes in, like, I have kids with a Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he takes that in. So I think it's like, I hear him with all his, you know, tweets and twats and all of that other stuff about my kids need to know where they came from, and they need to know that they black, and they need to go to school, and they need to do this, and they need to know what this means, and they need to understand this, and they need to understand their black side. I understand, but why? My thing is, you know, why you don't think about that before you get into these relationships, and then you start having babies? Like, am I going to have
not two? You have 4 kids.
Yeah, like
somebody made a good point on Instagram, and they was like, for somebody who like, and I don't know this to be exactly true, but the comment was, for someone who pretty much like sought out Kim, like, you was not really pressing it, but you wanted to be in a situation with her.
Right.
For somebody who kind of wanted the situation for what it was, you have a lot to say about the after effects. Like, you didn't know you knew who this person was.
Right. But my thing is, I ain't really pressed about the whole she's rich Kardashian. No. I'm pressed about
the morals.
Yeah, that part. Like, I don't have nothing against interracial relationship. Do you love who you love, right? But understand who you get into a relationship with and who you decide to have kids with. Like, if you're in an interracial relationship, then you and that person, if y'all be like, okay, we're going to have some little mixed babies, how are we going to raise them to understand everything that makes them them? Yeah. If it's you know, a white person and a black person and a Chinese person, whatever the mixture is. Like, before let's talk about this. What if we get pregnant? How are we going to raise our baby? Yeah. Like, how are we going to have these discussions? Like, these are big deals, you know. Like, just imagine, I know now, my granddaughter, right? My daughter, she doesn't like having uncomfortable conversations with my granddaughter. She'd be like, call your grandma. You know, call your grandma. Your grandma tell you what, you know, call your grandma. And sometimes I have to be mindful because these kids are goddamn different. Like, when Journey was like 2.5, and I used to tell her, Journey, boys are yucky. And Journey took that to a whole nother level. Like, when she was like 3 years old and like turning 4, she would be like, she wouldn't play with little boys it got so bad she wouldn't play with little boys at school because grandma said boys are yucky. Yeah. So now she understands that, every boy is not yucky. Some of them are, but every boy ain't yucky. But she still identifies with gender roles because of that one little phrase that I said to her. So like, she won't wear her uniform pants.
Because she associates that with
boys.
How old is she now?
She's about to be 5 in 2 months. And she won't wear her uniform pants because to her, the little boys wear those.
Which means
little boys don't wear skirts, but little boys wear those pants. So I'm not wearing those. She's like, and like little Nikes and stuff like that. She, for a long time, Journey wouldn't wear them. Those are for boys. So she has gender roles. She's very, so we have to be careful what we say to her because she wants to understand. Like, a little girl in her class, they was doing something together, and Dominique said, help us, Jesus. Dominique said, the little girl has 2 mommies, and Journey told the girl, no, you don't. Nobody has 2 mommies. You have a mommy and a daddy. And the little girl was trying to explain to her that, no, I have 2 mommies. So Journey was like,
yeah, that's a little.
Let me help you help yourself because you do not have 2 mommies. And the little girl rightfully had 2 mommies. But then it was like, no matter what we told her, she was like, no, she don't have 2 mommies. So it's like, okay, we just table this for later. Just let her think what she gonna think. But you know what I'm saying? It's just, people don't think about those things,
No.
And the generations are completely different now. So it's not that, it makes her a bad kid because she doesn't understand that. But from that one little phrase, boys are yucky. But to me, I'm thinking, okay, I got to protect her because, I don't want her talking to any, these little creeps out here, whether it's a little boy, a big boy, whoever. You need to understand boys is yucky. Stay away from Journey. Stay away from, don't talk to the boys, boo. And so, that's what it led up to, boys being yucky. She can't wear, she won't wear certain kind of jeans because it's like, that's what boys wear. She'll put on any dress, but she will.
But I think that's when it comes to like gender roles, that's a hard topic, I think, to talk about with.
Just as hard as talking about
my youngest godson, he got in trouble in school because
you need to have some babies. You got all these godchildren. You need to have some babies. Friend, she need to have some babies. Friend, you hear me? She need to have some babies.
Because he told this little boy had plaits in his hair, but he had beads on the end of his plaits. And his sister, she wears beads in her hair. Mm-hmm. So he was like, little boys don't wear beads. And that was the thing. Like, the mom, the school called my friend, and she was like, how do I have? Yeah, I was like, well, it's just a conversation that you're gonna have to have. It's not easy, and he probably won't understand it. But at least you can get the thought in his mind. Well, and he's older than Journey, so I think it just comes with age.
See, I don't want to say to her, what I would say to an older person, because then she'd be like, "Well, my grandma said," and then she heard making little kids cry in school and stuff, So
I think what y'all are just keep reinforcing it. That's all you can do is just keep reinforcing it. And
but
eventually,
I think the same thing is still relevant when you have mixed children. I mean, for lack of a better term, interracial children. Like, you need to have that conversation.
You said hard conversations.
Yeah, like, those are definitely hard conversations.
People that ain't in interracial relationships and they have children, you know what I mean? Like, it's you have to have those conversations about how you want to raise your kids, religious aspects, you know what I mean? But even deeper, like having those cultural conversations. Like, do you want to celebrate certain holidays? Are you okay with? Do you understand? When it comes to hair and having those conversations with mixed boys, because no matter how we might look at them. Society doesn't look at them as being mixed. They look at them as being, depending on
Yeah,
who you are,
right.
they look at them as being black. So I think
yeah.
you just have to have those conversations, but you have to also be open enough to have those conversations. And if you feel like you can't have those conversations,
you better find
partner,
somebody that will.
That might be a red flag.
Yeah,
for you. So
right. Because
I don't think we pay attention to red flags in situations. Because I think a lot of times when people are in interracial relationships, I'm pretty sure, or in any relationship, but since we're talking interracial, I'm pretty sure there's something that's been said at some point that's like,
red flag.
The eyebrow goes up.
You know what I'm saying? I know you got some, but you better pull out. You better pull out. Because that might be the night that he hits the bullseye.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm for real. Like, it's the realest. Yeah. Like, I mean, I was just hoping my kids to have that chromosome their daddy got.
Oh my God.
It's like, woo! Like, I was in here fighting for my life. Shit. Yeah. I would have been married. A long damn time. I got married in 1995. Just some shit, ain't it? I got married almost 30. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And now I can't stand him. I mean, I can stand him. I can stand him as long as he's in California and I'm in Maryland. But
that's a good distance between. It's a nice distance.
Yeah, very good. Because if not, I'd have been in Orange.
Do you also talk? Okay.
Girl, when my son turned 18, I was like, don't you call me no more. Call your kids. Don't call me no more.
Remarried?
Yeah, like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was like, I was real particular about that thing. And then the one time I was going to get married, bing, 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 red flags, bills, nope, I was the runaway bride.
Yeah.
But
I mean, even that, look at the brighter side.
Yeah, and
you probably couldn't see the brighter side when you were in it.
Obviously, yes, it's past.
Years later.
So that's why when I went to this wedding, I was like, you know what? Before going to the wedding, I was like, FREE. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that no more.
Big glow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be doing me. I don't want no relationship. I don't want to get married. I was already in that space, and I just felt like seeing. First of all, let's talk about the fact that these were like my soldiers, like years ago. And it felt good that they thought enough of me, even after I retired, to say, I want you to be a part of my special moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then to see a group of them, I can remember when they were young, in their early 20s, just run around being dumb, And now they grown men, their kids are growing. And I was just like, oh, my babies. I felt like a proud mother, and then even like Lamar getting married, I can remember, Lamar was focused on his kids, his career. And look, God blessed him with a beautiful wife, inside and out. Everybody had nothing but great things to say about her. And I was just real happy to see, that he held out until the time was actually right. So I said, okay, then I believe about.
We all have chances.
I said, I'm about 87%. I'm 87%, believe in love again. But I mean, it was a beautiful wedding. Girl, I was in there crying. Had my face.
How did I know that?
I was in that crowd. I was like, ooh, this is the good makeup too. I had my good makeup on too, girl. I was like, I had my good lashes on, girl.
You crazy.
I'm a little, we ain't gonna say, y'all ain't saying nothing about my little gold hair, my little blonde.
Oh yeah, that's a big change from your last.
Yes, because I had hair last time. Now I don't have hair.
And you have a different color.
Yes, it is a different color. Yeah, I really went all out, didn't I? Yeah.
The Holy Ghost got to her.
What? FREE. Baby. But yeah, so it was great. It was
awesome.
great seeing everybody, and it made me, like, God damn it, girl, you the bomb. Like, don't ever sleep on yourself.
Listen, if you can't be your own white man,
let me tell you
hype yourself
what.
up.
Let me tell you, even in my little slides, because I couldn't wear no heels.
I saw.
So I had my slides on,
and I saw your dress. You finally chose a dress.
I did, because at first the dress was supposed to stay down, but every time I walked, these hips was just, that little Shein dress was just coming up, showing all my thighs. And I was like, Lord, let me pull my thighs down. Girl, one time the little split was up. Shirley was like, please pull your dress down. And then let me tell you about that fool. So we walk in and I see them all standing. And they was like, oh, LT, because when they met me, I was a butter bar. When they all met me, that was my they was in my platoon when I was a platoon leader. And so I was like, it's Kecia. And so we all talking, right? And I'm just excited to see them. And then me and Shirley go sit down. She talk about, they all on the phone right now calling everybody, talk about, LT like girls. Now she got girls. I said, you lying now. And she like fell all over the floor. So when we saw them again, she told me, I'm her best friend. I said, yes, and don't be calling nobody talk about LT got a girlfriend. I do not have a girlfriend. That's my homie right there. We've been friends like
that is
through
so
thick and
funny.
thin. We done, Jesus, for over 20 years. She used to be my soldier, but yeah, we've been friends for a while, and so yeah, so it was great seeing them. And then, it was 2 weddings at one time, but first time I went to the other wedding. So we texting back and forth about the wedding. So Gum's wedding was beautiful as well. And so yeah, that was really dope, though. That was really dope. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that was really dope. So we're gonna end that on a good note.
Yes.
That I'm just great. Like,
she's taking applications for the winter time as well. So if there are any,
I need a snuggle buddy.
There, please be sure to hit us up. DM,
chat and chew with Ms.Kecia.
Girl, stop.
She takes
lies. I snuggle with Ani. Me and Ani snuggles, and he's a great snuggler until he starts farting. Then he got.
Oh my gosh,
he got to go because his gas is terrible. He eats that. Oh, she got to go pick up her children. I'm telling you, she need to have some babies. But so let me tell y'all about what's going on before me and Meek get out of here. This month we're gonna have these hard conversations. So y'all stay tuned. Every Thursday is gonna be something good going on because I just think it's time for us to have some hard conversations. I think if the hard conversations will happen, it will be less damage and less hurt and less trauma out here in the world. Sometimes you just gotta, say the hard things to the people that you love. So on that note, it is great to be back. It is great to be amongst you all. Thank you to all of you that have been participating in the chat. I've been seeing them. Thank you. And tell a friend, make sure you share. Because I need to know that you're there, okay? Yes. So we appreciate you. Be safe out there. Make sure you drive the speed limit, okay? Because me and the highway, we ain't won yet. It took me an hour and 45 minutes to get to the airport, baby. Yes, it did. Because I was like driving Miss Daisy, honey. God. Yeah, and I take all the back roads around here. Girl, I don't get on the highway unless somebody else driving. But anyway, I love you. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having
God bless. Of course, Meek. And y'all need to check out Meek.
Yes, check out Meek's Mantra.
That's right.
Meek's Mantra, MEIKSMANTRA on Instagram.
That's right.
I'm also on Facebook. We're hoping to revamp this year with some new, I guess you could say, content.
Yes.
Brand new content, new topics.
And we're going hard. We're going hard in the paint.
Check me out.
We putting Hartford County on the map, baby. All right. Until next week, be safe. Peace. I love you. God bless. And I'm out.